Alright, so back with another video. I just wanted to talk about really briefly devil energy and how it may present or show up in our lives in ways that we don't expect. So, for example, when people say the devil, it's not an actual being, it's energy. So when you say somebody has, devil energy, or they're connected to the devil, like the devil card in the tarot or whatever, that's just toxic, low vibrational energy. When people are saying that, that's just essentially. So the first one I'll just bring up is lust. So when you think of the 7 deadly sins, and not to get into religion at all whatsoever, I just think there's components that apply. So when you talk about lust, or you think about lust, and when you do think about the 7 deadly sins, I think that those are kind of a representation of how the devil presents not himself, how the devil presents itself, its energy, because it's not a him, it's an it. It's not even anything, it's just energy. It's energy, yeah. So one of the ways that the devil presents himself, or themselves, or itself, the devil presents itself is through lust. So, and the other thing I wanted to say is the reason that devil energy is so tricky too is because it always comes in disguise. It always comes in the form of a person or thing that is meant to throw you off guard and meant to tempt you, essentially. That's what it's meant. That's what devil energy, that's the objective, to tempt you so that you can be dragged down back to that lower vibrational energy and space. So one of the ways that the devil might do this, unfortunately, I can just use kind of a big name news story recently that's kind of an example of this. So Courtney Clenny and Christian Obumseli, the devil presented itself in physical form, in the form of Courtney Clenny. Sorry, but she's definitely the perpetrator, so not sorry. And so my point is, and this is not to blame Christian at all whatsoever, because I mean, devil energy is very, very challenging to overcome and also spot. And yes, it's, especially if you're not fully healed, it's very easy to fall into and get tempted by lower vibrational and devil energy. That's why it's so important to have boundaries, for one, and energetic boundaries. So not allowing low vibrational people or things to seep into your own energy. And that literally consists of setting actual boundaries in real life. So like not having certain people around you or in your energy field that are of a low vibration. This can even be online as well. People you follow, or people who follow you, or subscribers, or people you subscribe to, and vice versa. That can lead to low vibrational energy exchange, or low vibrational energy seeping into your life in roundabout ways that maybe you don't really fully see. And the devil is very tricky. He has the other thing about it, I keep calling him a he just because it's easier, but the other thing about the devil is that he presents himself in a form, or the devil itself presents itself in a form that is meant to kind of be a mirage. It's a mirage. That's what the devil presents, is a mirage. And it's our job as light workers and healers and humans on this path, even just to have enough awareness to recognize when that energy is presenting itself and learning to turn that away, whether that be just not having people like that in your life, not even, interacting with people that can do it too, who you choose to interact with, that is an energy exchange. And for people who are super sensitive to energies, we can feel shit like this. So for example, that's why it's so important for empaths to be very choosy about who they're around, because if they're around people who are engaging with other people who are toxic and low vibrational, then that energy is something that an empath and a light worker can pick up on, and they much more easily absorb it as well because we're highly sensitive. So it may not impact your typical earthling. I mean, it will, but they won't maybe be as aware of it versus a light worker and an empath who might be able to, again, recognize it more consciously. So point in saying this is I was going to use lust as an example of devil energy as well. So the devil presents itself in any form that it thinks will create enough of a mirage for you to take the bait, essentially, in order to be pulled back down to that lower vibration. That's the purpose of the devil energy, is to tempt you by creating a mirage. I was going to say massage. Creating a mirage. And that can be, again, in many forms. The devil does not look like one person or one background, one gender. The devil can be any race, any background, it's energy. So the devil chooses whichever the devil chooses to take root in whoever chooses to entertain that energy. So, for example, again, I'm just going to bring up the Courtney Clenny and the lust thing. Like, that's very low vibrational energy in and of itself. Focusing on the physical. So my point is, I feel like, so a part of the healing process on our journey is to learn this discernment and to learn did I just say that? Learn discernment between who's who, learning discernment between, oh, this person is higher vibrational and this person is lower vibrational. There actually is a way to tell based on looking at someone physically. It's not super easy unless you kind of, again, are awakened and you know what to look out for. But like, for example, one example of low vibrational devil energy is lust, which presents itself in the form of, oh, I don't know, people like Courtney Clenny posting her half-naked body online and keeping that open, energetic field for lots of creepy people and non-creepy people as well to be in her energy field and be attracted towards her. But again, the mirage of it is nothing she presented was real, and when we actually saw what was underneath, it was terrifying. So my point is, that's why it's important to set boundaries when you see that. So I'm sorry, these half-naked chicks online, devil energy, low vibrational. It is, unless you're actually doing stuff that's legit empowering and showing your body in a way that's like art and beautiful and empowering. That's different. That's different energy. But again, you kind of have to be somebody that understands energy and works with energy to recognize that. But those are just some kind of telltale signs, is like, anything associated with the flesh. So that could be, yeah, just lust, sex, drugs. Let me think, what else could be considered? Um, Complacency. Complacency is another one that's interesting. That just came to mind. So I think that basically the point of this video is just to point out the fact that if we want to ascend to a higher level of consciousness, getting to a place where we start not allowing certain things in our lives or around us. And this is also the reason it's a part of ascending, is because that's how you manifest. Like, you can't keep low vibrational energies around you and think that you're going to manifest something higher vibrational. It's just not good luck. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't do that from a lower vibrational energy, but if you're surrounding yourself by is super low vibe stuff and people, it's going to make it a lot harder. And then on top of it, what you're doing by allowing that energy around you without setting concrete boundaries, what you're telling the universe is you're saying, I want more of that. I want more low vibrational bullshit. I want more half naked bitches who don't give a shit about themselves on the internet trying to hit me up and tempt me. That's what is being said with actions, and the universe sees that. So that's another part of this, is you can't be surrounded by devil energy and still be entertaining devil energy and manifest what what you want in life. I mean, you're still on that same vibration, especially if you're connecting with a person who's on a lower vibration, then you're definitely going down to that vibration to connect with them. I mean, not necessarily all the time, but I don't know. That's my little spiel on the devil.